Are you looking forward to those ones?
Yeah.
Well, I already saw Road to Friendship today.
How would you say? Don't tell me about it, but
It was good.
No spoilers.
what was that?
I accidentally switched to first-person view.
Okay.
As you can tell, this week we had to make a bit of a visual format change because Nate obviously has a couple of friends over that. Nate obviously has a couple of friends over that he's tending to at the moment. Hopefully, we'll be back to the other. Hopefully, we'll be back to hopefully back to the other formats maybe next week. Anyway, Yoda Soda Creations, the podcast once again. This time we're back on our normal episode. My Little Pony episodic.
Cheater.
This time we're back on the My Little Pony episodic type deal. Because yesterday obviously was yesterday was the special for a special day, special fan fiction, special. Well, you probably got the drill anyway. But today we're back to what? Today we're back to our normally. Back to our
Regularly scheduled programming.
normal episodes. Today with Yakity-Sax, and we have some mixed feelings about this, to say the least.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's mostly having to do with, like, the main message of the episode. Like, the individual bits themselves are okay, but it's like, it just seems like they over-exaggerated it at the extremes of Pinkie Pie. And, like, the sudden obsession she has over this instrument that came out of nowhere. It just feels like who wrote this episode?
The Fox brothers.
Michael P. Fox and Will Fox. Have they actually done any other episode? Let's see. They did Discordant Harmony. Which one was that? All right. That was the one where. Oh yeah. That was a good one. And they did Forever Philly. That was okay. Oh. And they did another one, which you may be familiar with from an earlier episode, Pony Point of View. Of course, they were only 2 of the 4 writers for that episode. The Gift of Mod Pie. Actually, Applejack's Day Off. They've actually been around for a while. Huh.
Sorry, I'm just, yeah. That makes sense so far. I've kind of moved towards your position on the episode.
Oh?
Like I said, we have mixed feelings, to say the least.
It's like... I'm trying to get the right words. I can kind of understand, like, supporting your friends for what they try to do, even if they're not that good at it. But, well, you saw the effects Inky's plane had on everyone else in town. So it's like, to kind of quote Star Trek, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of Pinkie Pie. I'm pretty sure Ponyville would be happy for her to not play anymore. Given the general reaction that was given. Like, and it would be different if she actually showed minor improvement. but they even kind of stated that there was a time skip, and yet no real change. So it's like, yes, you should support your friends in what they're trying to do, but you also have to realize that there's just some things you're not going to be good at.
That makes sense. That does make sense.
And that, honestly, it would seem like kind of a better lesson. It's like I know that doesn't seem like a good lesson, but it does seem like it'd be an important lesson that should be taught, you know?
There are people that get better over time. I mean, there have been directors that have gone through their periods of, this guy is good, and then suddenly he gets a bit of a...
Well, yeah, like I said, like...
It's actually kind of reflective of that, if I have to be honest.
Huh?
It's actually kind of reflective of that, now that I think about it.
Oh. I mean, it's by far by no means like my lowest rated episode of the season, and it's like with a few modifications, it could be a lot better.
It felt kind of like a filler, yeah. Sort of just, yeah, kind of, we need an episode here, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Yeah.
And really, my main issue is just with how they handled Pinky this episode. Everyone else was fine. Just, like I said, they seemed to play with her extremes a bit much.
Yeah, she did kind of seem selfish as well. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I call payback.
I mean, she was literally killing flowers in her proximity when she was depressed. It's like, that's never happened before.
Yeah, just kill the business. And it's a whole business day wasted.
Yeah, and balloons. And even with her plane, she was making apples and the feathers of birds explode. I mean, I can get, like, you know, it's Pinkie Pie, but even that has its limits.
It's like the old sound vibration glass thing.
What was that?
It's like the old sound vibration glass thing.
Ah, right. Okay, I was more going towards the whole death aura thing, but, you know. Like exploding stuff with the instrument, okay, that's common exaggeration for bad playing. But, you know. And yeah, she did seem kind of very, very obsessed with the instrument. And, like, have you even seen the instrument before in the show?
I don't think it needs to. I don't think we needed to know about it. It's just she doesn't usually act like that, I guess. You know what
I mean, even if
she usually has a pretty short extension, attention span.
Yeah, I just think it would have been slightly better if they kind of, even if they had it off in, like, the background of the episode, just showing her with the instrument, like, kind of tinkering with it, you know? Like, so it's not just some sudden, out-of-nowhere obsession, like, you know? I mean, I know that's expecting a bit much from the writers.
I don't know. It's hard to say.
Or I guess, animators, in this case.
Is it storyboard-driven, or is it narrative-driven? Yeah.
Well, like, a background detail would probably be a storyboard or the animators.
Okay. Yeah, it kind of changes how stuff is written usually.
And also, kind of, go into that time skip thing that I mentioned. It's like if they showed her with it at like maybe a couple episodes back, you could actually kind of have that minor progression of time thing. Like, she had it back then, she has it now, she's still not very good, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense. There was no improvement. It's kind of just a reversion back to what she was like beforehand, sort of.
Yeah, but yeah, like minor inter-episode continuity kind of thing. Even if it would be like a background detail.
I was gonna say this would be similar to a Smarty Pants move, but actually it's more of a Shining Armors type move, because he wasn't seen before. Then he was introduced. We got the bond, and you pretty much get the idea by this point.
Well, hey, Shining Armors has more over it. He actually showed up after that episode. I doubt we'll ever see the can't speak Yevitophone again.
It was a plot thing. I don't think we'll ever see it.
Well, it's like with the whole obsession thing kind of makes it hollow, I guess. If she's so into this thing, but we'll never see it again, then why was she even really into that thing, or, you know? I'm not sure if I worded that well.
I don't know. Yeah.
But if you can have a character really into something, have actual impact past the single episode it's in.
I don't know. I'm kind of willing to just have an episode-based thing, you know.
And I realized that that's only one episode ago, so like it could theoretically show up. But let's face it, it's Hasbro. Do you really expect to see it again?
It's kind of a cool asset too. It's sad that it won't go away.
But yeah, your phone was cool. I mean, being based on a bagpipe. You know what was missing? Kilts.
That would have been a nice touch, yeah. We got the helmet, though. We got the helmet again, though.
Yeah. But yeah, if I would say anything to improve the episode, it would be to tone down Pinky a bit.
Yeah, it's just kind of usually back and forth.
And maybe have her show some sign of, getting better.
You better watch out, dude. I'm actually being serious this time. That was my first form. This is my final form right here, Jonathan.
Oh, shoot.
You better watch out.
Biplane?
Like I said, I had to do a bit of a firm change on the basis
that made it work.
It's gaming in the background.
This is my final form.
Anyway, I forgot to mention my subtitle for this episode: "The Revenge of Pinkamena." Hello?
Huh?
Anyway, now I can mention my subtitle for this episode: "The Revenge of Pinkamena."
Yay.
Well, she's coming back. Hasn't she come back once or twice before?
Oh crap! No, I did Gladiator.
Sort of, but not so much in the angry Pinkamena way that she originally was. The last time it was more depressed and down. This is more like grumpy, you know? Minor difference.
It's safe to say that the personality has mood swings.
Yeah. It also shows that Pinky really needs to see a therapist.
She handled it good for about 10 seconds, and then, yeah, it broke down after they left.
Or at the very least, to have a chat with Starlight Glimmer. You know, counselor, therapist, same thing, really. So you talk to you about your issues. But we'll talk more about her next week.
Yes. Have a bit about that later. But meanwhile, how many times are we not expecting Maud at this point?
What was that? I kind of only heard like half of that.
Who is not expecting Maud at this point?
Oh. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of interesting to see her again. She does seem to be popping up a lot more frequently.
It's so fun to see her every time she does appear.
I don't know. I kind of liked how it was an episode that wasn't quite as grand scale as they usually are. It was kind of just back to the point. That's my big point. That's kind of why I think I sort of like this maybe a bit more than you. I don't know.
Right. And like I said before we started this, it's more of a personal grip, and you know.
And speaking of pre-shows, I might be the only one that got the Pooh's Grand Adventures reference in the beginning.
What now?
You know in the beginning where Angel was trying to pull a flower out?
Yeah.
The scene that popped into my mind from Pooh's Grand Adventure was Rabbit trying to get a carrot out, and afterwards he's like, "It doesn't matter if you think you're not right. This is Rabbit's garden, and Rabbit does his harvesting by the book!"
Oh.
That's one of my favorite scenes in the movie.
Never seen it. So, what are you planning to draw this time?
What am I what?
Planning on drawing.
Or, well, the question is he drawing?
I think I'll have to push it back till next week, sadly. Yeah. Well, technically, I've already done 2 drawings, so I'm actually caught up.
That's fair.
Yeah. So, yeah, I was super busy this week, and probably will continue to be busy, but I'll probably be more open next weekend, and I'll continue to draw next week.
By the way, I never got those.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay.
I don't know if you touched on this, but it almost sounds like it looks like the scenario of sorts had happened a bit on the show at some point earlier. And I'm not just talking the Celestia acting. Hello?
Sorry about that. My cousin wanted to show me something. What did I miss?
I'm sorry. Yeah, and I'm sorry. So I'm so disconnected. I've had a very busy week, so. But it's still good that we still got the episode and stuff.
No, you do it.
Yeah.
I said, I was trying to say, I think you touched on this a bit, but I get the feeling we've seen this kind of scenario on the show before. And I'm not just talking the Celestia acting.
Right.
Well, it's kind of just going over her character flaw, but just in a different way. But we've had it before, you know what I mean?
I guess.
Actually, now that you mentioned it, it's like several episodes this season have kind of felt like it's either been done before or felt like it would probably be in an earlier season. You know?
And yet it feels very different each time.
Yeah, I guess, like, let's see now. Non-compete clause, that's... Well, with the exception of the snarky commentary from the Student 6, that felt like an earlier episode.
Oh.
Actually, it was basically an earlier episode, just with snarky commentary. It's, what else? End in Friend, that felt like it should have come seasons earlier. And now this. I don't know if I'm like the only one that really kind of feels that some of the episodes have been kind of rehashy, you know?
Yeah, I think they were trying to meet the main character quota, but they didn't know what story to write for them. You know what I mean? And they ended up kind of just redoing another one.
Right.
You have to have a really good mind to actually catch some stuff like this.
I mean, when episode it's been good, they've been really good. It's just like seems kind of like more of an average season so far. Like there hasn't really been any real breakout episodes, you know?
Yeah, I think they might have started too much with adding that whole school thing. And so they're having to have so many starter episodes, it feels more average than normal because they can't just expand upon what they have. They have to make new stuff while keeping the old stuff going. So it's a little hectic in a way almost.
Well, there's something I can't remember the last time I heard in the show. Apple turnovers. It's possible I may have seen that before, but I don't think I've heard the name said by any character.
Oh. Speaking of apples, what did I kind of liked from the episode? When they were talking about the acroplane, and Ray was like, "Absolutely!" It's like,
Oh.
that was a good one.
A low blow, cheap blow.
obviously one of the better puns.
That actually got a laugh out of me.
I'll take any pun I can get.
I don't know about you guys, but I felt there was a bit of a missed opportunity here with how they were trying to work her back, because I'm pretty sure she could have probably gotten all smiles when she got cheese sandwich.
Yeah, but then they'd have to pay for Weird Al.
Fair point.
And this is the season after they had the movie, so it's like they probably didn't want to blow too much of the budget. Actually, there's this thing you could think about, like whether or not the fact that they had a movie had any real impact on season 8's lineup, you know?
That doesn't quite line up as much as you're probably saying it, considering that we've had a location revisits as well as hippogriffs and they did reference that the movie events did happen in the...
Well, I meant more of a budgetary thing.
Oh. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I don't know. Maybe they could have probably taken this somewhere else. You know what I mean? They could have expanded more. Episodes like this need to have something. I think we need more changing episodes. You know, we've gotten a lot of fillers, I guess.
Yeah.
Last time we went to that, well, at least the last time we went to the Yakity-Sax, we should go beyond the gates, because the first time we were there, we only got to the gates, and then, boom, we're suddenly sliding all the way back to Ponyville.
Yeah. I mean, we did get to see Yakistan in that other episode. Which one was it? Firefox Froze. Ah, okay. No. I want to say it was season 7.
Yeah, it was last season.
That's a wordy episode. That was Fluttershy.
Not to get seen for trouble.
Maybe? Unfortunately, Yak-related episodes tend to be kind of
Quality varies.
Yeah. Except Yona. Yona is good.
Do we have Yona in this episode? Didn't have Yona, did we?
Nope. That would have helped.
That would have helped. That would have made it. That would have made it. You know, if it was like we had Yona, it would be like, oh.
It's like get a local Yak's opinion.
Yeah, that makes.
And that's another point on the missed opportunity list.
Can't believe I didn't really think of that before.
She was bouncing, but I couldn't get a finger on it.
And what's kind of weird that they missed that opportunity. They missed a couple opportunities. I don't know. We got Gummy more. We haven't seen Gummy in a while. We haven't seen the pets in general in a long time. Like, where's Owlicious? He's just gone.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. When was the last time we've seen him? I can't really think of anything off the top of my head since the library blew up. As far as anything that really stands out for him showing up.
Did he fly away after that?
Twilight. I think Twilight grabbed him.
Yeah, she grabbed him and then he flew away. I remember, but like, did he just not come back after that?
I don't know. Hold on, I have to Google this.
Last time Owlicious was seen. Owlicious wanted. Warrant out for his arrest.
Right. Oh yeah, Aloysius was in Two Princesses Dream of Magic Sheep. What about Discord? Celestial Advice, Women's Fortune, and Health of Information. Oh wait, no. Oh my bad. A photo of Aloysius. Huh. Another photo, in School Days Part 2. So yeah, apparently we haven't actually seen Aloysius since Season 5. Yeah, that's actually been a while. I wonder if the writers forgot he existed.
That's like saying they forgot Pee-wee.
Yeah.
Which they didn't.
Because I mean, appearing in pictures in the background, that's like a storyboard or animation kind of deal. Nothing to do with the writers. So it's possible the writers that could have actually just forgotten.
From what I'm reading, he's hanging on. From what I'm reading, his last known appearance was hanging on a bookshelf in the castle library, just unfortunately reorganizes. So with this, my best guess would be he's mostly in the castle. But for some reason, I was almost visioning him next to her behind her desk.
Oh, okay. Maybe he's just in charge of the library now, and we just don't see him because of it.
Or maybe Twilight's just using him to send out letters.
Oh, kind of like Hedwig or something. He's just a permanent messaging now, sort of. I mean, that would make sense. It'd be cool if they mentioned that once or twice in an episode. That'd be cool, and then that would make a lot of sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if the main plot they were walking in, and it'd just be like her sending a message out right as that happens. You know what I mean? Right as they walk in.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if you were guys looking for a pet episode, it's you obviously probably wouldn't want anything along the lines of just for sidekicks.
Right. Speaking of the animals of main characters and secondary characters, when are we going to see Philomena again? Definitely willing to bet the animators forgot about her. Not animators.
I think in general they've just added so many characters. They just don't have any time for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
I guess, like I said, they should probably just. What they could do is just have them glancing. I mean, there's a lot of times where they're just walking around in the background, right? Or the story, the story takes them to Sweet Apple Acres, right? And it shows Applejack or something bucking trees. You could just put, like Philomena right there next to them. You know what I mean?
Well, with Applejack, in that case, it'd be Winona, but I get the idea. And that's more with, like, the storyboard and animators, really.
Yeah, it is up to them.
I wonder if Philomena herself has real caretakers in the castle.
Oh, that's a good question.
Because that would explain a lot.
Yeah, we don't exactly have much of a track this episode. we just seem to be kind of going here and there and everywhere.
Yeah, like I said around the beginning, this is pretty much left us mix.
Yeah, it seems like the kind of helps keep us focused,
That's true.
So and now without it, it's like, what are we doing?
We've lost our soul. We've lost it. We'll bring it back next week. Sorry, my friends were just over and are making it very hard for me to focus.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah. They're playing Metallica, and I don't want you to get copy strike. So.
Oh yeah, no, that wouldn't be good.
Actually, the format does the change of the format that I did. Actually, the change of the format that I did, and when we originally started out with, didn't exactly have any screen sharings and whatnot, so we were safe. Speaking of next week, that's going to be a bit tricky on the basis that I'll be at Rose City Comic Con.
Oh.
You'll be where? Emerald City Comic?
Rose City. That's in
Portland.
Portland.
Rose City. Where's that?
I said Portland.
Portland. I'm actually going to PAX this weekend, Monday. That's Labor Day, I guess.
Oh, nice.
And have feverishly been trying to finish my cosplay. I just finished printing my Han Solo blaster, so that's pretty cool. But I'm going to use it as a pilot's blaster because I'm going to dress up like the Rebel pilot from Star Wars. And they sometimes had the same blasters that Han Solo had. I don't really know why, but I looked it up and that's canon.
chances are things are going. So yeah, chances are things are going to be a bit delayed next week. But hopefully, wouldn't take too much out of it.
Okay, well, it's good to know that ahead of time.
What day are we going to shoot for next week?
I'm thinking Sunday night. Probably, I'm thinking Sunday night. From what I've been looking at, travel time would put me back home around the 10:30s or 10:40s range. But of course that depends on traffic.
So about 2 hours later than usual. Or
Something like that.
okay.
Hopefully you two can actually stand that.
On Sunday, you said?
Yes.
I work on Sundays is the problem. So
Ooh.
yeah, and I work. The Sundays is the hardest day, and it's also the latest day. So yeah, I work Sundays from like 5 till usually 12.
So you might have to just hold off for a week then.
Is it the same thing on Thursday?
Thursday?
Nate?
Huh.
Nate?
Sorry, what?
Is it the same
yeah.
thing on, is it the same thing on Thursday?
Thursday. I still work Thursday, but it's usually a little. I usually get out a little earlier. You're gone Friday though. Friday would be fine. Yeah, we'll have to work it out. We might have to do like a early morning podcast. I could do mornings. Just for 1 week. We'll figure it out for next week.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
All right. Did you want to close this out, Alex? Maybe.
Looks like there's a lot more things back. Looks like there's a lot more things we're gonna have to discuss. Looks like there's a lot more things we're gonna discuss. Bullshit.
Yes.
Looks like
We'll have to discuss.
Looks like we're gonna have to continue to write this out on the post show. Anyway, whatever the case, we hope you guys will take it. Whatever the case, we hope the audience will take care, and we'll see them. Not sure exactly if we figured it out, but hopefully we will figure something out.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. We'll hit you guys hopefully next week, but worst case, we may have to push it back. But, well, we try our best. You can't always get it.
It's like we're already behind 1 week. What's another?
Yeah. Oh, well. Thank you guys for watching.
Take care.
Later.